Mr. Speaker, this law enforcement task force is very important to the communities I represent of Newington and New Britain, which have been plagued by the street takeover issue, especially over the last few years through the pandemic, with off-road vehicles like ATVs, motorcycles, cars. The district I represent includes the Berlin Turnpike and a lot of state roads where these takeovers sometimes could be 50, 100 plus vehicles, and it's very dangerous on the roadway for other drivers. These convoys do not obey traffic laws, do not have respect for law enforcement when they're coming through towns. And I've talked with the state police, I've talked with the Newington and New Britain police. There's very little when these convoys come through for them to do to stop them, to mitigate the issue. And what they've said is we really need to investigate, who are these ringleaders, who's putting together these groups before they enter into our town. And then when they do come through our towns and cities, to be able to collaborate with other municipalities, the state police, and even the feds to help, with the issue. And that's what this bill is going to do that's so important, is that collaboration between the federal government, between state police, and between municipal police. And just recently, I believe, Mr. Speaker, only 2 days ago, I was reading an article in the paper where this happened. The FBI, our state police, and several municipal police departments were able to collaborate and arrest a number of individuals that they found were responsible for organizing these street takeovers. So that was a great success. This legislation is going to help enable them even further. Mr. Speaker, these law enforcement task forces have been very successful in other areas, such as with the car thefts and car break-ins. There was one that we were able to help provide some state funding to assist with overtime for law enforcement that were able to take part in the task force, and they made a lot of arrests in the greater Hartford area. So, Mr. Speaker, I see this law enforcement task force being able to replicate that past success and be able to do similar things. Mr. Speaker, I think in future we're going to have to look at how we're going to be able to put some more state resources behind this, such as money for law enforcement to be able to have overtime, for state police to be able to pay a commanding officer. But if this gets things started, I think we're going in the right step, and I thank the proponent very much for bringing out this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.